rolling. We right back at it. Right back at it. Trust the process. Episode 35. Still going live. Follow the goddamn YouTube, Streets Illustrated INC. You'll see the logo. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna start with a song. 2 songs. And get to it. Out now, Ghetto Symphony. Oh yeah, the EP out March. Well, no, what is it? May 2nd, man. I'm tripping. May 2nd, the EP coming out. Just in time for the fights. So yeah, let's get the Ghetto Symphony. True Phase, Uncle CJ, D Horton, produced by True Phase.
Wait, are you gonna let me ask you some questions?
Okay.
How old are you?
Grown.
Okay, what does grown mean?
I plead the fifth.
Different breed, they plead the pit in me. And now I plead the fifth before I plead for sympathy. Claiming victory, Ghetto Symphony. Best stick with me, I'm who they pretend to be. Hey, I'm a different breed, they plead the pit in me. And now I plead the fifth before I plead for sympathy. Claiming victory, Ghetto Symphony. Best stick with me, I'm who they pretend to be. Yep. Tie me at the light, ooh. Ain't got time to fight, whoa. 12 come make a right. Skirt off something slight. You can stay for now, but don't think you gon' stay tonight. Nah, say you want a key to my new crib, I wish I might. Keep it a buck like Giannis. You know it's best to be honest. Put all that old shit behind us. Don't trip on nothing, be honest. Give all the drama to God, I got 99 problems, let's keep it 100. Pull up on me and your bonnet. This ain't a song, it's a sonnet.
Ghetto Symphony out now. Y'all go spin that motherfucker, man. On your DSP trip.
Ghetto Symphony, best stick with me. I'm who they pretend to be. Hey, I'm a different breed. Hey, Pete the pit in me. And now I plead the fifth before I plead for sympathy. Claiming victory, Ghetto Symphony. Best stick with me. I'm who they pretend to be. Got this worked out to a science. This shit chemistry. She on cause it's chemistry. I'm shining cause it's meant to be. Lil' Umi see me do me. Now she wild and she listening. She wild, keeping interesting. She lied to her nigga about who she came to kick it with. That wild ain't it? Foul ain't it? Know the game. Quit with all that bitchin' cause the rules ain't never changed. You live by some change and I'm choosy by the main. Love a floozy for a day, but it's usually just a day. I'm a different breed, AP the pit in me. And now I plead the fifth before I plead for sympathy. Claiming victory, Ghetto Symphony. Best stick with me, I'm who they pretend to be. Hey, I'm a different breed, AP the pit in me. And now I plead the fifth before I plead for sympathy. Claiming victory.
Probably gonna get a part 2 tonight, too. Already.
Yeah, shorty a trip. Might take a flight out to LA. The view got a leak in no sight. Cutie to flip. P365 on hip. Some cut back, I'm keeping it light. She will ain't no mic. Feeling like trouble that put in the thief in the night. Talk while I ride, baby. I ain't got no L's right now, but okay to drive. Okay, let go. Yeah, shorty know the scope. Steady turning to the 4. All a nigga know it go head. All a nigga know it mo red. Hoes all in the odds defense. I can see error like a Russell. Wilson get it off the dribble. Ain't no future, you just love her.
That's Ghetto Symphony, True Phase, Uncle CJ, D Horton, produced by True Phase. Like I said, go spin that motherfucker, man. We're gonna get into one more before we get into the show. Why that shit trying to play me? Why you trying to play me? Huh? Let's see. We gonna spin that. That's Sway Seats, man. Produced by True Phase. Additional production by Water.
Yeah, I think that was the goal. You know, I think in my case, I didn't come in and just have like a explosive, straight to the top. My thing was like it was a slow cut. You know, I made consistent progress. I think at times, you know, I had challenges. You know what I mean? But I think, like we were saying, I showed staying power. And we made moves with integrity. We ain't do no clown shit and like nothing and like smut our names. We kept it solid the whole way through. And we just put out dope shit. Stayed honorable.
Pac told me it'd be better days. Now we steaming on better kush. Never shook us pushing through the bullshit for a better look. If you ain't pulling for the team, then you better push. New chick, suck it, cook, king shit, never rook. Young nigga keep climbing, swear this shit's perfect timing. Got a whole sip of that goody Frankie Lyman. Why do fools fall? I'm thinking why you still at that same job for the same pay, bill steady climbing. Get you a check, cussed out my last super just to get my respect. Now it's fuck that job, had to broaden my arenas. Why you go so hard? Life's a bitch, yeah, you seen her. Had to call her in the Cutlass, 2 Audis, now I want the Beamer. This time I do the 2-seater. Damn, I miss that Cadillac truck with the sunroof, panoramic, New Year's, bigger goals, bitch, I gotta have it. Long live my brother Quay, man, that shit was tragic. Told you next I'm looking at the Porsche, you went and grabbed it. Every time you told me try again, that shit would happen. Now it's time to level up, nigga, no cap.
Down at the enter another center, replenish my evil deeds with a pack. What you need, Kush pack, pimpin' me in a thicket. I really wanna smoke and it need for me to be picky. I'm talking as high as I go, Dubai to Cairo, we'll stay with it, we can puff pass. But now I'm in the Chevy, smoking heavy to this Fleetwood Freddy and the big homie Truth on Smash.
Nip told me it'd be better days. Now we get it in a better way. Fuck a rat, only thing we got in common's a cheddar chase. 170, but I'm swinging with the heavyweights. My pastime, throw some trays on that money, let the Chevy scrape. Not always on time, but I'm never late. They told me never say never. Fuck that, I said, bitch, I'm never fake. Exotic in the backwood, watch me levitate. I ain't getting high, shawty, I'm trying to meditate. I ain't getting by, shawty, I'm trying to elevate. You gon' bullet and shoot it, shawty, don't hesitate. Eating $50 salmon steaks off of paper plates. It's hard, yeah, but this life is great. Make a lemonade stand out the lemon tree. Top where I'm finna be. Money long centipedes, been state to state. Now they gon' remember me. Time to make the vision clear. At the end, they Tennessee.
Down at the enter another center, replenish my evil deeds with a pack. What you need, Kush pack, pimpin' me in a thicket. I really wanna smoke and it need for me to be picky. I'm talking as high as I go, Dubai to Cairo, we'll stay with it, we can puff pass. But now I'm in the Chevy, smoking heavy to this Fleetwood Freddy and the big homie Truth on Smash.
That's Sway Seats, True Face, featuring Fleetwood Fred. Off the May 2nd premiering EP, Free Game for Sale. It's official. We about to get into some beats, man. Let's see if anybody tapped in. Alright, let's see. Let's just start what I started chopping in April. I used that already. Been a minute. Let's see where we at. Yeah. Switch the mic out, so we're gonna make it work. I got a bunch of short loops, man. I might do a 2-for-1 right quick. I got a couple short motherfuckers in here. Yeah, I'm already liking this little stand. I ain't think I was gonna like it in my way. Yeah, that's alright. I can be motherfucking Billy D. Williams in this motherfucker in front of the radio mic. There go one of them right there. Bum, 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 bum. That shit crazy too. It's the African shit. That shit was hard. That's one of them too. That song, that real song hard. That motherfucker crazy. Okay, here go the loops. That's gonna be more of a chop. Oh, that's that thing. Gotta hurry up and flip that shit before I get sued. I sampled that shit last night. It was another loopy loop. There go one of them. Yeah, there go one of them. Little 4-bar loops. This from today. There go the other loop. Alright, let's just figure out what style I feel like. I feel like doing a loop for some reason. Let me feel like this shit. Too fast.
But it's imbued with more divinity, you know what I'm saying? Through the time journey travel.
Do a little Barry Manilow, man. Shout out to Carlton, man. Alfonso Rivera, whatever the fuck his name is. Hell no, it was 120 the whole time.
You found a way to just reach through that bitch and get you. But you gotta be in a particular place for it.
Right. And you gotta be able to maintain.
This one'll never sell. They'll never. This one'll never sell. They'll never.
Feel like the currency says, just like the Neanderthal.
Might have to do a little surgery. Might put it in the Mimic player. Let me just play around a little bit. Play around a little bit.
Speaking some shit.
This one'll never sell. They'll never.
All right, so we need to.
Speaking some shit.
I'm gonna delete this whole thing.
Remind me of Men in Black when it was like the galaxy with eyes on the rain.
We're gonna go 121. We're gonna load him up, and we're gonna chop him in half.
This
We gonna chop him in half.
It's almost like the error correcting code proving. Right. Gonna be more sequence.
No, of course, that was perfect.
More coincidence.
Now let's see the timing on that. Let's see the time.
This one'll never sell. They'll never.
There we go. Let me do a little stretching.
This one'll never sell.
You gotta do the math.
They'll never. This one'll never sell. They'll never. This one'll never sell. They'll never.
So what I'm gonna do is
This one'll.
all right.
You want to show Ezekiel? That dude was right there.
So I'm gonna bounce that clip out and take that vocal out and play around with both.
And I said, why the children of the corn play the universal song and you can imitate? Play it by ear.
You're right.
All right. So we gonna say this.
Yikes.
The roll hat.
Get up out of here for some 1 second.
It was so fire. Yeah, we gotta get.
Where the hell is Studio One?
Basketball coaches.
That earned the shooter's touch. Like you put a certain amount of centrifugal around, the ball with the, it's like you put energy behind this shit. That's why a motherfucker that dribbling and shooting.
I ain't loaded it up in a minute, y'all.
Then a wide open.
Yeah.
Unless you wide open.
I mean, set shot, not gap, set shot.
Unless you wide open from like.
You're shooting that like it's day spot, but like.
Or a good series of passes.
Synergy, that's even more synergy
from
add on to it though.
Yeah. But obviously, if you ain't getting no good pass and you making your shot,
you still pass it to yourself and all that.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just creating the energy for the ball to triangulate type shit into the
There we go. I ain't gonna play it because I don't feel like
It sound like this back.
Oh yeah, this shit, yeah. I was outside of the deck smoking and shit.
cause I don't want to get sued. I'm gonna go back into other shit and do my thing.
Oh yeah, this shit better than the last one for sure.
Yeah. Yo, true. I think he dropped this off. Did he drop this off while you was there? Yeah, did he? Yeah, I think I did. This one different than what we smoked.
All right, that didn't take too long.
Oh yeah, cook.
2-3 minutes. In and out of there.
Was he?
In and out of there. Let me see if anybody in this thing.
He had a hat on, but I don't know.
Anybody tapped in? Tapped in.
They had already up.
I don't know if black ball or not.
Ain't 9 ball funner than 8 ball.
Nah, ball pretty cool.
Goddamn Kodak tapped in for a second.
Not funner, but you know, this is not variation. You know, addition to the.
Right.
It's like nigga get smoked out on OG. Bring the right table.
A little bit of nuts or some, yeah, that should always make it a little, some variety to like.
The hoopers we got down short. We are now 16-2.
Do something, nigga, change your shoes. Socks.
She like, oh yeah, he ballin'. That's how she was like, oh yeah, I'm next to her.
All right, let me smoke.
Women always feel good sitting next to women.
It's scientifically proven that shit rub off. Both these niggas got this quantified in the rap. You like that boat shit to rub off. You like
So just delete all these. Fuck it.
He fucks him up pre-dribble every time.
There we go.
I do be saying that it's I don't know that shit. That shit
So let me draw it in and see what. Try to dial in the tempo.
Everybody's in motion for that bro shit and rub off on you quick. You know that bold.
What song is that from? That's from
Talk.
This is the one I'm super familiar with.
Five Star, Trap Spot, Marriott, Talk, Basquiat. Never seen him. Out of the nigga that's been told on, he just got released. Go so strong, Pat 9 feet. Snow cone in my masterpiece. Low pro rims, fat in the real set.
Alright, so I'm gonna spit this out real quick and see if the well, I can change the semitones and all that shit. So let's tweak, let's see. We're gonna tweak and see. Let me name it. I'm still on the same tempo, so I'm good. This one, sheesh. Oh, well, it's 120 BPM, obviously. And I think it's 68 negative, 68.7 negative, 68.7. Alright, let's bounce this. Might be overthinking it. Hold on. Start another one. Let's find a tempo. Let's find the tempo for it. Alright, so now that's what I wanted to do. So we just gonna double that one up too. Change the tempo for the reference. That's 159. And then I'ma see where I'm at right here. 131.2. Bounce and find a medium tempo. Let's start stacking on that bit. Boy, that bit's loud. Oops, I forgot to do my shit too. Let me do my shit, man. kind of want to play around. Let's play around. Let's play around. Do I need to send that to a... I don't feel like figuring it out. I ain't did it in a minute. I feel like it's simpler than when I'm making it. I want to put a pulsar on this motherfucker and make it move, man. I ain't gonna figure it out now. Let's bounce this thing. I don't even know if I'm gonna use that. I might goddamn.
Jonathan Majors in there. I forget what his character.
Step into the Marvel universe.
Shit, I end up explaining that to them.
All right, Miss. Bounce that, manipulate that. ain't in love with it. Find something else.
Ouroboros, they said Loki too. You said Ouroboros, they said that Loki shit too.
Ouroboros.
Yeah.
What are they supposed to be like? What is that supposed to be?
It's the snake that eats his tail.
Oh, word.
I'm gonna start another. I don't like that one note. All right, let me me play around with some tricks of the trade. Alright. Let's see what I want to use it. Let's go to the microKORG or the let's go to the EP1. Let's get an electric piano going. See what it sound like. Play everything but the sample.
This one'll never sell.
Get that thing under control. I'm gonna leave it like that. I ain't even gonna clean it up. If it's necessary, I will, but I'm gonna find the right little synth reflective noise that's gonna bounce off that thing. It ain't gonna be in this EP1 though. Let's see. It might. Read the script. It's a new one. put a good mix on there, that's gonna be crazy. Let me turn these motherfuckers off, man. You can turn off. I need to bounce you out. Over here creating magic, dog. I'm in the zone. I gotta spit that out. That shit taking up too. I know it ain't doing shit. would play some more shit, but I feel like it needs some rhythm first. If I do that. That ain't bad, but it ain't what I want. That ain't bad, but it ain't what I want. said he wasn't talking back.
Bang. Big. Boom.
Yeah, ho.
Pop it up. Cash. Get up, bitch. Get up. What? Let's go.
Yeah, ho. Yeah, ho.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Let's go. Yeah. Rich nigga. Yeah. Rich, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, bitch, get up, bitch.
Yeah, yeah, ho.
Get up, bitch. Get up, get up.
You little biatch.
Rich nigga. Yeah.
I gotta get that feeling first. Ooh, I like that. good for the percussion. Good for the percussion. Bounce that down. See what we looking like. That sound like a song. I can switch it later. My little custom sub. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. See what the quick little sequence sound like. Another one. True Phase. Trust the Process. I think it's episode 35, man. Might give y'all a part 2 in about 30, 40 to an hour. See how I'm feeling. I'm up, man. About to write some songs after late night. Yes, sir. Definitely do some different variations of that bass on the final version. That's cold.